This episode of FPR is brought to you by Little Orange Men from Loompaland, as well as support from viewers like you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of FPR.
Welcome, welcome.
My name is Jake Hill, and this is...
Katie Hagen, of course.
Good job. Good job with that.
You're supposed to connect the elbow, remember?
I'm going to look at the elbow.
Look at the elbow.
For the perfect high five, but you got to be the opposite. The perfect high five, by the way, you must look at the other person's elbow. Not my hand, look at my elbow. And you'll connect every time. It's great. You'll have the best high five ever if you try that technique. Okay, so...
First in, Mary Oliver. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Second in is Jeff Kane. Katie, Jake. Hello. Nick's Hardwater Propagations. Uncle Smiley's Aquariums, Joel. Mrs. Hardwater, Jennifer. Sleeper Barbecues.
Hello, Lance.
Hi, Lance. CR Fish. Cheryl. Hello, hello. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah. So, it's Wednesday, and I don't really have anything planned for this episode. So, good night, everyone. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Okay, fine. I won't end it yet.
Welcome in, Christian B. Thank you for coming.
No, it's been a day. Up here in our region of Wisconsin, we had a big snowstorm last night.
We did.
Yeah.
And we have another one coming Friday through Sunday.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sorry.
Pepin Creek Aquatics is in the house, showing his membership he's had for 14 months. Happy Thanksgiving, Brian.
Happy Thanksgiving.
To you and your family.
This year is the first Thanksgiving that River gets to eat dinner with us.
True.
Yes.
She was 3 months old last year.
She was born in August.
August, September, October, November. 3 months and...
Change.
Last year was 26th. So 3 months and 3 days.
Yeah.
She was 3 months old. I was right.
Okay, fine, sorry.
But she was not eating solid food by that point.
No, not at all.
She is now. I'll tell you that much. And when she eats it and she likes it, she goes...
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, ramen noodles is one of her favorites. And I don't blame her because I love them too.
Just the noodles.
Yeah.
I flavor them with different things, just
as
a side.
You can make ramen noodles be like...
Gourmet.
Yeah. You're very good at what you do.
Tonight she had chili and green beans.
We'll pay for that.
I only gave her a few beans, like kidney beans. Yeah. What's this wee stuff, by the way?
Well,
you're the one
I'll have
that
to smell
ducks
it.
out on poopy diapers.
I don't duck out
I
on
changed
poopy
them.
diapers. I'll take a poopy diaper, but you kind of always just swoop in there like Supermom. Because you are. Point is that she's going to eat some really good food. And my daughter Emily and Mackenzie are coming to join us as well.
Mm-hmm.
Emily's living in Eau Claire. That is my 20-year-old daughter. She'll be 21 next year.
Oh my goodness. Watch out, world.
Hope she doesn't drink anything. Foxy's in the house.
Welcome
Hello.
in, Foxy. Happy Turkey Eve.
Turkey Eve.
I have the turkey all prepped in the fridge with the seasoned butter under the skin. It's brining with seasons on the top.
I don't know. Why does it have to be turkey?
Because we don't get turkey very often. We get everything else.
Well, it's going to be fun. And hopefully I can take a little bit of video of it and make
Yeah.
a small video of it.
Yeah.
Not a huge production, but, something. I was looking through some videos today of trying to figure out how to get, like we used to do, have membership thank you videos and little things to play. Totally stealing the idea from Foxy's Fishes, of course. And we used to do that. I made funny videos on Snapchat. That's not how she does it, obviously, but it was like my own spin-off. And it wasn't playing quite right on this program, so I'll work on it a little bit more, but realizing that the total idea of having this Wednesday live stream was originally to have some background video of each of those FPR items. And I'm going to get back to that. But tonight, man, I spent all day. I got up at 4:30 this morning, knowing that it was already snowing and the storm was going. And I was up kind of late last night talking to a couple of our best friends in the whole wide world. And I got up thinking, there's a lot of snow. It's on the greenhouse. I don't want to have it happen again. And oh yeah, the box filter for the indoor pond was getting bad there for a while. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Did I wake her up?
I don't know what's going on, but I gotta go in.
Hold on.
You can't leave it on me. Take it off.
Okay. All right, yeah, she's standing up. Wait, no, she's laying down. Yeah. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
Greenhouse. Snow.
And the filter was getting full. So I got up, started shoveling, started getting the greenhouse cleared off. First I came out here just to make sure that filter wasn't overflowing again, because it happened to us again just this last weekend, I think. And I caught it a little earlier than last time, so it didn't spill as much water all over the floor, but the filter gets clogged. It's supposed to go through an overflow tube. If it gets too high where the overflow tube can't compensate, then it overflows, and it's not over top of the pond. It's on some bricks outside of the pond, so it goes all over the floor. So I've been keeping a closer watch on it after cleaning it out a bit. So anyway, that was on my mind. The greenhouse was on my mind, so I popped right out of bed for a change at 4:30 in the morning, against my own will, to just try and make sure that things were good and not collapsing. So there was no overflow. It wasn't flooding our fish room, and the greenhouse was holding strong. Even with, because the kind of snowstorm that we had was the same kind that brought it down last year. It was strong winds, started out with rain and then sleet and slushy, and then a lot of snow along with those winds. It was too much weight, and it collapsed it before. So I was happy to see that it wasn't even close to that. But I still went out there and, scraped it off. That took a while and got a lot of snow in my boots. Then, after completing all these tasks, and it was quite a bit later in the morning, I could have just stayed up, got ready for work, went into work early, but None of the roads were plowed. It wouldn't make a difference to me, really. I don't have to drive that far, a few blocks. But my pants were wet around the bottom where my boots were because I had my pants tucked into my boots, and where I was standing, I was getting snow all over me. So I decided to change pants and my socks, and while doing that in my bedroom, Katie was sound asleep, snugly warm under the covers, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be nice just to kind of lay down for a second after all that? Because it was a lot of work. I'll just lay down for a second. Just kind of just reward myself with a little relaxation in bed. Fell asleep. Didn't wake up until 7:30. Which I tried to be at work at no later than 8 o'clock, so that was a little stressful. I like to be at work by 7, but whatever. Anyway, crazy start to the day, but the rest of the workday was very slow. Got a lot of decent paperwork done, and now it's over with and we're here. So why did I tell you guys all of that? Only because to let you know that life is life, and to plan things and get a handle on this YouTube thing is a little bit harder when you're just trying to live a normal person life as well. And kudos to anyone that's able to do it. I want to look at the chat a little more. Katie went inside. Oh, Jorge's here, Mexicali. Stefan from Lush and Salty Aquariums is here. Pelham's Aquatics, Jeff Pelham is here as well. Thanks for showing up. That's awesome. I'm trying to backtrack a little bit to see if I see any names I didn't say hello to yet, or Katie and I didn't. Jeff King showed up with a membership milestone, a member for 14 months. Thank you, Jeff. I see now on the baby monitor that the baby is not in there. River's not in there, so it was probably a dirty diaper that woke her up. She did eat a lot, like Katie was talking about. She's been eating a lot lately and sleeping a lot, so growing a lot. So it's a growth spurt, and man, oh man, is she beautiful. So this is seldom does she ever wake up at this time of night. But she's doing all right. I don't hear any screaming, so should be fine. Katie's not screaming at me over the radio. Code Brown, get in here. That reminds me. Not that anyone local is probably listening anyways, but my intention is to leave Channel 4 open, whether it's GMRS or FRS or GMRS radio stations. Channel 4 is the same for both of those radio services. So I'm just, which, mind you, Channel 4 is the official GMRS channel of FishFam 4. So if anyone local is watching the stream and you want to just say hi, tune to Channel 4, because I'm monitoring right now. Maybe someday that'll actually happen. It'll be kind of cool. Let's look at chat. Everyone's saying hi to each other. That's wonderful. Stefan says, dirty dipes, and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty dipes! I'm not warmed up. Dirty dipes. You got a diaper and you want it gone. But you ain't got the guts. You keep smelling it all night and day. Enough to drive you nuts. There's no Katie here to make me stop, so. Tear back the tabs, fold it back. You in for a surprise. A couple of wipes, and it's clean. Don't you touch your eyes. Dirty dipes. I don't know. I'm trying my best. The thing is, you don't want to touch your eyes after cleaning poop because that's how pink eye is made. Little known scientific medical fact for you. Oh my goodness. This has gone way off track. Fish. Part of the FPR, Fish Plants Radio. Let's talk about fish, shall we? Well, I think I did a little bit. I've been doing some water changes, dealing with these suction cup sponge filters coming off every second. Now that Jeff Kane, I know that you're in the chat. Let's, I don't want to say let's, because you would have to do a lot of the legwork on it, especially since you have the 3D printer, but I'd like to think of a design for a clip so it would clip onto the tank, and one of those dual sponge filters with the uplift tube through the middle could snap into it on the inside, like a longer stem that goes inside with tube clips opposite facing, one going this way, one going that way, to hold on to that uplift tube and hold it onto the aquarium and not have to rely on the suction cups. I think that's something that could be 3D printed. That would solve that issue of those filters. As far as it blowing outside the tube, I think a little bit of silicone and a day's worth of patience can make that go away. Best minute of my day just then. Dirty dipes. Dirty dipes under cheap. Tater tots. Ramen noodles. Green beans done dirt cheap. But dipes and cheap doesn't rhyme, so it's gotta be dirty dipes and something with wipes. Dirty dipes and you clean with wipes. It's getting there. I'll work on it. I got hat head today. I like it. Back in the day, I used to do that on purpose. Something like this, you know. Oh God, it looks like Coolio. All right. Dirty dipes and they make you yipe. Dirty dipe and it makes you yipe. Dirty dipes and they're full of yipes. I'm just thinking, this is great suggestions, Lance. That's great. Plants. Are we ready for the plant section yet? I think I am. I think I can handle it. We talked about how the plant fell on our tank last week. Still doing fine. I got some new plants, some succulents from my mother. Forgot the name of it now, though, so I'm really bad at that. I've been finding a little more stability in that 210 that's been having so much cyano problems. If you can see, That green lump right here, that's actually guppy grass. And there's a little bit of smudges of stuff on the front, but I've cleaned it off. There's a 10-gallon in front of there, but cleaned off the front a bit. There's still some on there, but nothing is regrowing as far as the cyano, as the plants have been kind of taking hold a little bit more in there. We got pond lily that's growing in there now that I transferred a while back. And it just seems like it's kind of equaling out now. I haven't really treated it. Maybe feeding a little less. Making sure that, you know, the food's getting eaten. But I think it's just kind of might have just been a stage of equalization in a tank. I find that happens a lot in this hobby. And sometimes a person wants to freak out and try to do something to change it, and maybe they just gotta wait a little bit longer. As long as the fish are doing well and nobody's dying or looking sick, if it's not a fish health issue, if it's more of an ugly issue or something, just wait it out. Let it balance itself out. But it's starting to look a lot better now. And I'm excited for that. To have the 210 be a balanced tank. And thanks to plants. Plants, plants, plants. Lots and lots of plants. June is in here, I see. Hello, hello to you as well, June. You missed the whole ACDC thing. ACDC thing. Tongue twisters, they're fun. Do you ever make up your own tongue twisters? On purpose, I mean, because I get impatient and will do dozens of water changes on my tanks. I would do a lot more water changes if we had a source of water and drain in our fish room. And now that it's snowed like 8 inches and now it's dropped down into the single-digit temperatures, it's a little hard to run the garden hose out here. So I gotta go back to taking buckets to fill up these brutes. Yes, someday we will have running water in our fish room. But until then, you try to find ways. It usually means overstocking your tanks with plants. It helps a lot. And feeding less. Not starving them, but, you know, the plants will hold stuff. They'll go foraging. They'll look for food. You know, having fish for a while, you start to understand what fish look like when they're eating well and when they're not eating well. It's just like looking at a person. You're like, you know that person's not eating well, or they have something going on with them. But if they're making babies and they are swimming happily and they're looking colorful, shiny, energetic, they're eating enough. None of any of you don't already know this. Most of you, I guess, I only know that because I've learned that from the majority of you that are in here right now. Overstock them. Overstock the tanks. Overtly stock them. You should say. You have no need to make them up. I stumble on words. I think we all do. Window Java fern is planted in substrate? Nah, I wouldn't. Where are you getting that from, Jeff? Mr. Pelham. I wouldn't put it in any substrate. It's like it's the same as Java fern. Gotta keep that tubular-escent thing, the rhizome, because we have quite a bit of it. Not as much as we used to. Maybe we should have buried it in the substrate. There's a lot more in that 29 over there. Let's get the phalanges on top of the leaves. Right? Am I talking about the same stuff, or is that window love? If it's Java fern, it's gonna have a. June says she knows too much about poop. That's Can you know too much about anything? Knowledge is power. Everyone knows that. Knowledge is power. Where did we learn that from? Somewhere on PBS, I'm sure. Java fern loves to be on my trees, is what June says about that. I just kind of tuck them into places, hoping that the roots will kind of take hold. We have some that are glued. Tried that method. Speaking of overstocking, tell us about your plants for those 10-gallon tanks behind you on the floor. Down here. Oh. The plans. I read it as plants. The plants. Plans. I plan to put water and fish in them. That's about as far for right now. Actually, what I want to do is get all my 10-gallon tanks together and build a rack for them so that they're all easily accessible and viewable. The pretty way. I don't want them the long way. I like my tanks long and beautiful. I just like them that way. I'm not worried about conserving space, because if I get more tanks than I already do now, because there's another 10-gallon inside that I took the fish out of. Actually, I gotta get that moved out here tomorrow so that we have more room for Thanksgiving activities. So I have 11. We have 11 10-gallon tanks. I like to put them all on a rack together along with our 5.5-gallon ones, and try to do a little more selectivity on some of our endlers. It's a top secret endler thing going on, because I believe I will make endlers great again. They're always great. Just like neon tetras. Whatever you want to say about them, if breeding-wise, breed-wise, whatever the hell, who doesn't love looking at a neon tetra? They're beautiful fish. Jeff says, Jake, you need way more tanks and stock tanks than you already have. That's like your opinion, man. No, someday. Right now, I am way too busy to hardly take care of the ones I already have. That's the truth. And I don't want it to be more stressful than it already is. I enjoy it. Too much more, I think, would be stressful. I think I'm at a good point as far as the amount of tanks we have. I just need to get them, get this air system finished and have it a little more organized in here so that the maintenance goes smoother and more regularly. And then that will kind of cut down on the stress part. Stress, what's that? You know exactly what that is. Not some mandatory thing for Katie. Well, she can come out here and do all of it while I'm gone at work, then that's fine. So yeah, those empty tanks are to add to our collection. They were on sale at our closest local fish store, which is a pet store, PetSmart. No, not PetSmart. Pet Supplies Plus. And once in a while they'll have those sales. And they were $13.48 a piece for Acreon 10 gallons. So I could have snagged more, but in the back of my mind I'm like, how many more do I really want? And what I should have done is grabbed 3 instead of 2, because it drives me bonkers that I have 11 tanks and it's not a full dozen. So that constantly, but at least I remember how many tanks I have, because I know that it's just short of a dozen. Boop, 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 doop, boop, 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 doop, boop, boop, boop. We're still on the plants topic, by the way. And Ran. It's dark in here. I'm supposed to turn on this light to kind of light up my situation. Let's light up this. Oh my God. It's way too much light. In the year 2000. In the year 2000. I'll just put it over here. That's not bad. Nice price. Petco has 10 gallon for $17. I don't know where the closest Petco is. I think there might be one in Duluth. It's only like 2.5 hours away. You are correct, Nick. Nick says Conan. Conan. Early Conan was the best Conan, in my opinion. Early Conan's the best Conan, in my opinion. Oh my gosh. Google can tell you, Jake. What? Tell me what? That's a mandatory thing? Can tell me what? Google can tell me a lot of things. But I'm missing the... Just tell people my fish room goes to 11. That's... Now I kind of like the 11 thing. But I'm just thinking of like... If I was stuck with 9, because it was what I had before I bought the other 2, I could do 3 rows of 3, right? 3, 3, 3. Perfect. How do you evenly put up 11 tanks on a shelf and have it? I don't know. Yeah. I could do 3 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 3 if you know your arithmetic. If you know your multiplication tables, you'd be able to figure that out. But yeah, plants. I want this room filled full of plants. We might have talked about this already last week, but you know, Nick did a tour of Branton's place and then put out a secondary video just when we thought the Branton tour was over. Nick put out a part 2 and it was all about his plants. And quite honestly, I am impressed with Branton's knowledge. Granted, I think he had a lot of cliff notes, but that's how a person learns. I have to give him crap. Because he's going to watch it later. He's always a replay watcher. Brandon, you had Cliff Notes. He's very knowledgeable about plants. I could tell. But not only that, is they had a very beautiful and diverse collection of plants. We have a very good collection. I think that we could step our game up. I think we do very well for ones that don't really try at it. And I'm not talking about just what you see in here, which is, you know, some of it's half dying or whatever, but we have a lot of house plants inside. If you want to check out our channel, there's a lot of early videos, a lot of early shorts where we're showing our plants. Obviously we have a greenhouse, so when that gets utilized, Katie has an immense amount of knowledge when it comes to plants. I just happen to have a green thumb, and I have the Midas touch when it comes to plants. I can grow just about anything. And we love them. So after watching that video, I said, it looks like it's time for us to step our game up. A little friendly competition. It doesn't have to be about competition, but just can't have Branton showing us up now, can we? And that only, I wouldn't care as much, but I'm only slightly speaking for Katie because she got quite worked up. She's like, it's also called this. And she's watching that video that Nick made. Anyone got a link that they can put that, our moderators? Because if you haven't seen it, you can put the link up there, click on it, get it set for watching later, and you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But when Katie was watching that video, she was like yelling at the TV. She's so excited and wanting to be part of that discussion. And I think she wanted to be there as well. Branton was here. Okay, radio. Sorry, the scanner's on. Branton's been here. We're going to have to make the trek down there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Probably won't do it for a while now because it's cold and crappy out in winter time, and I don't like traveling in the winter. Anyhow, I thought Katie would probably be back out here by now, but I'm not sure what's going on. River's not back in bed. Wait, I want to look at chat. I'm sorry, I was listening. Oh my goodness. What are you talking about, ladies? What are they looking for? I'm just going to turn it down a touch because it's a little bit blaring and it throws my train of thought right off the tracks, and that's not very hard to do. It throws my little old lady, I don't know. Gosh. Bigfoot in the woods. Okay, into the future, 1.618. Thank you for getting my mind back on track. I don't know if the big feet around here, if they turn into Yeti in the wintertime, like a snow fox, their hair turns white. I suspect they do. Unless Yeti are only from like the southern hemisphere. But that can't be true because I thought they hailed from Mongolia or something like that. Mount Everest or wherever the hell that's at. Let's talk about radios and not about geography for a moment. Last week I went a little bit crazy. I was upset about something, and I'm not going to talk about it again. But in my mind, I thought, another thing that throws me off is River making whiny noises. Mommy put her back in bed, and I don't think she liked it too much. Anyway, if you want to get connected with people via radio, and you don't want to be the whole hams amateur radio type, I was thinking, what's a good and productive thing? Rather than coming up with your own nationwide club that doesn't really mean much, and the purpose isn't really for anything other than driving views to your YouTube channel, maybe you could think about others in your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your community. Depending where you live at, it's a big city, maybe just a neighborhood or hood, some of you may call it. But mostly, what could be beneficial for your family than having backup communication? Now, what good does it do to buy a radio for grandma and mom and dad and kids, and everyone gets their own radio and they just kind of sit there on the shelf, and then something bad happens and nobody ever has had it on or used it, then it does no good. I liken that a lot to firearms. If you have a gun for self-defense, are you going to be able to use it efficiently when you need it if you don't practice with it? Which brings me to something that I found about the 333, it's called, for emergencies. Whether you're out in the wild or you're out enjoying camping or biking or whatever, an outdoor activity, and you get hurt or stranded somewhere and you have a radio, there is the method of 333. So what it is every third hour, so at midnight, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, every 3 hours, for 3 minutes, monitor channel 3. Now for FRS radio, that's just, everyone can buy those from Walmart or wherever. Little walkie-talkies like this. FRS radios. You can tune it to channel 3 and monitor for 3 minutes. And the purpose of the 3-minute thing is that if you are in a survival situation, you have no way to recharge your radio, it can serve as battery and turn it back off. But it counts also on everyone having kind of synced time. So if you're in a group of people, make sure your watches are synced, which isn't that hard to do anymore because with cell phones, everyone is pretty much on the same page, time-wise, in a group. Now, we're not talking nationwide, we're talking close proximity. So you're with a group, or you are in a community or with your neighbors. My idea is that instead of doing this, like I said, what I talked about last week, instead of doing and putting your time into crap like that, you could help your friends, family, and neighbors learn to use their radios and check in at those times if they can. Doesn't mean you have to stick to it that every 3 hours you have to call on the radio, but it's like when you get a chance, call in at those times and just say, hey, it's so-and-so. This is the 6 o'clock SHTF radio check-in. And it gives, if somebody is nearby and they're actually in trouble and they're following that as well, they're going to think it's awesome that they finally got through to someone. Let's say their phone got smashed, their leg is broken, and they're dragging themselves through the woods, but they're only like a couple miles out of town. Crap like that happens, whatever it is, stuck in a vehicle somewhere, snowed, went off the road. If people try to practice that radio technique, 3, 3, and 3, every third hour for 3 minutes on channel 3, you might be able to help someone or find help yourself. The more people that do it. So get your community involved, get your friends, get a family member. And if anything, it's kind of fun. It's practice using the radio. You can tell them this isn't an emergency. I'm just doing a check-in when you say that. And you get to say hi. And it actually serves a purpose. And instead of serving some YouTube wannabe star that wants a bunch of views by coming up with a random frequency and random times to shoot a message from one side of the country to the other, which is impossible to do with these radios. Use them for fun, and what they're intended for is for family communication while doing other things, and also keeping tabs on each other when SHTF. And if you don't know what SHTF means, look it up. So I might find the link where I found a printout, like a PDF form that kind of gives general ideas, and even on that it says, you know, if you have your own frequency with your group, use that. You don't have to stick to it by the rules, but this is just a general idea of how to do that. I'll put it up as a post later on, and any of you radio dorks out there watching, or even normal people that want to do normal things with their life but still care about keeping in touch with the people that they love in times of crisis, look into it. That's all I have to say about that. Down to the last 10 minutes of the stream, and it does not look like Katie's coming back anytime soon, unfortunately, for this, so we'll see. Yeah, Lance says poo hits the fan. Why couldn't I should have thought of a different word for shit. I said it. I'm as ready as I can be into the future. Be prepared, but you know, it's always nice to be able to have ways to get in touch with people that don't depend on a cell tower or power being in place. That's what's nice about radio. It's pretty one-on-one. Although there are some radios out there, and you've seen them, that are called POC radios, push to talk on cell. So they use cell towers. And I find it kind of funny on some of their websites of those different brands that make those, they talk about how not depending on unreliable cell service. And it makes me laugh. It's like, well, your radio completely depends on cell service. So I think it's like a marketing promotion. They are cool radios. I don't have one, but I've heard stories from friends that do have them. That it's basically the push-to-talk cell phones. Like Zello is an app that people use. I think Nextel used to have those push-to-talk radios a long time back in the day. But it's radio, normal-looking radio, but when you push it, it's going to a cell tower and transmitting almost instantly to another person's radio. Across the country, they say, even across different nations, you can use those. So that's cool. But what if the cell service goes down? Convenient as long as cell towers are working or you're within range of a cell tower. With radios, you don't need that. You just got to be close enough or strong enough or whatever. I'm not going to get into it too much, but remember the rule of threes. Third hour for the first 3 minutes on channel 3. For a quick side note of that, with GMRS channels, there are channels 15 through 22 that are allowed to have the highest wattage, which is 50 watts for transmit power. So if you're not using straight channel 3, which is a lower limit, you can't transmit as high. You can, but you're not supposed to, according to government entities. But so on between 15 and 22, the third channel would be 15, 16, 17. So on channel 17 is also an acceptable channel to use on that rule of 3. And that's what I use. I've been trying to, at least one time a day, hit one of those hours just to do it. And I try to listen just in case. I'm in town, so I mean, it's the likelihood of someone needing help, but I got a radio on me, I'm going to listen to it anyways, so it's good practice. Get into the practice of it. Last 10 minutes is now turned into the last 7 minutes, and I wanted to say thank you to all of our members to our channel. Saying goodnight before bed, sweet Jake. Aw. And Olay, Michael. Good night, Michael. Sweet dreams. You should be able to download them from the album. Right. You got like ooh, there's a membership milestone from Foxy's Fishes. Member for 14 months. Jeff was a member for 14 months. Pebbling Creek Aquatics, member of 14 months. You guys are the OGs. That's the longest we've had memberships up. Available. We have 2 tiers of memberships, 99 cents and $1.99. If you are to gift anyone memberships, it's going to automatically go for the $1.99 one. But if you choose to support our channel and go with a membership, just know all of our videos that we put out are 3 days early. Once in a while, we do members-only live streams, which is usually just crazy stuff, intimate things of just one-on-one talking, no big production, sometimes just sound checks and just kind of just normal human being stuff, which is, I don't know, I guess that's kind of what we do anyway. Am I normal? I don't know. If you choose to support our channel further than what you already do, because of course just subscribing and even watching our content helps us out, helps us grow our channel and be able to do all sorts of wonderful, wonderful things like superpowers and stuff. Like, gosh, I forgot how many watch hours you need before you can turn water to wine. It's a lot. I haven't gotten there yet, but anyhow, you want to support our channel monetarily, and that helps with running the channel, running this fish room, providing content. You can become a member, and you have an option of doing 99 cents a month or $1.99, and we appreciate each and every one of our members that do so, because we realize that times are hard. Money doesn't just like fall from the sky. If it does where you're at, then consider becoming a member. It will be ultra cheap for you, because you'll just have it more falling around you all the time. It shouldn't really affect your budget that much. So we would appreciate that as well. I wanted to, the reason I'm talking gibberish and stupidity is because I'm trying to get my other half of brain to get over to our YouTube studio so I can see how many members we have and give a little shout out before we take off for the evening. There it is, YouTube studio. And I'm going to go into the members and see all the members. And then I will do a quick, we have 36 members at this point right now that I'm showing. I'm going to download the little list, the spreadsheet here, or whatever they want to call that. And open it up, hopefully. And I'm going to read you off what our current membership list is. Peplin Creek Aquatics, Foxy's Fishes, Autarky Homestead, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane. Master Aquatics, Just Call Me Eduardo, Lush and Salty Aquariums, Redneck Aquatics, Dan Pittman, Ron's Garage Aquatics, Renee Hedinger, Jody P, Tropical Fish Co., Dee Dee's Fin Den, Bear Bottom Branton, Mr. Tundra, Rod's Aquatics, Overtly Overstocked Oscars, Eric Wyrock, Whips World, Mrs. Hardwater Jennifer, Nick at Hardwater Propagations. I put a little S on the end of this, like how they do that with O'Reilly. Gills to Gardens, Daniken Aquatics, Deb's Aqua Pets, Beto Great Lakes, Sideshow, JP Jeffries, Mississippi Hippie Fishies. I love saying that. Let's say it all together. 1, 2, 3. Mississippi Hippie Fishies. Wonderful. I could hear all of you. First Class Fish, Mike Henderson, Uncle Smiley's Aquariums, Asia Llewellyn, Prodigal Aquarius, Budget Bonsai, Chris Tropical Fish Co., Mousy Fishy Files, Flying Mouse Aquatics, Mousy Files, and Bwizzle Aquatics. Bwizzle's been around a long time. He's been a member of ours and a subscriber of ours. And he's been in chat a lot more in the past than I've seen him lately. Is he in the chat tonight? Used to be Bwizzle the Degenerate Pool Boy, is what I first remember him showing up as, I believe. Bwizzle is awesome. So I'm going to just close out of that and look back at the chat here. Jeff says, I don't think any of us is normal. I used to once. Beto's here. He's just showing up. The lights all shut off over the aquariums now, if you probably saw that. That means it is 10 o'clock and it is time for us to end the stream. But before I go, I'm going to sing you a little song. Dirty dipes make you grab the wipes. Dirty dipes make you grab the wipes. Is that pretty good? I'll work on it some more, I guess. Okay. So So, how do I end a stream like this? Well, first, thank you guys. Aside from all my silly antics and the radio voice I like to use deep down, just want to say thank you. You keep me going a lot of times, more than you know. A lot of you are bigger friends and closer friends than a lot of other people know about. And you know who you are. And I'm just so glad that we got to be friends. All through these wonderful little glass boxes. You know, if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have formed the friendships we have. I want you guys to think about that. The friends that you really have in your life, how did they come across, intersect your life? How did that intersection happen? And how blessed do you feel? How thankful do you feel? It's not about the turkey and the decorations and crap like that. Take a moment and think about the good things you have and the people in your life. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next stream, if not in yours.